What's going on, guys? So some of you guys have let me know in the comment section and in my DMs that you completely disagree with my idea of Seth freaking Rollins winning the entire World Heavyweight Championship tournament, which is interesting because I feel like a lot of people would agree with that, or at least think that he has a high probability of winning this tournament. But I am open to other people's perspectives that make being a wrestling fan that much more fun when you hear things that you've never thought about. Now, the perspective that people are coming from is that Austin Theory is going to be the one to win this entire tournament. Now, I will let you guys know this. I am one of the biggest Austin Theory fans you will ever meet. I've been a fan of his since Evolve, and even myself, do not believe that Austin Theory is going to win this thing. But you guys have presented some pretty convincing evidence to support your, theory about this entire thing. Now, most of you guys have picked this as the evidence, as Exhibit A. If you go back to Monday Night Raw, where Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green is walking around with a petition trying to get people to sign it so that they can have an opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championship belts because they felt like they were unjustly eliminated from that possibility. So Chelsea Green and Sonya Deville eventually goes up to the group of Candice LeRae, Johnny Gargano, Indy Hartwell, and eventually Dexter Lumis walks up. They try to present them with the petition. They all agree that they don't want to sign it. They walk away, and this is the part where people think is the evidence that Austin Theory is coming over to Monday Night Raw. Eventually, Johnny Gargano says to everyone, hey, we got the whole family together and he's coming back. It's going to work out, guys. It's going to be okay. And Candice LeRae seems to be reluctant about whoever this guy is coming back to the group. So people think that they are talking about Austin Theory because if you watch NXT before they all were called up, they were in this group, they were in this faction called The Way, and it was included in this group that was on the screen, but the only person that is missing is Austin Theory, which, you know, it makes sense. I get where you guys are coming from with that. And also, Austin Theory is in the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, and by winning this tournament and winning that belt, that means that Austin Theory can come back to Raw and eventually join back with The Way. So thinking about that, that all makes sense, but I will have to say this, I still disagree. I still have to disagree with that because think about this, okay? If Austin Theory wins this entire tournament and goes over to Raw, that means he's taking over the US title within the Raw, which again is the same reason I said that Bronson Reed was not going to win that match at Backlash. There's no way they're going to have two mid-card titles on Raw and leave SmackDown devoid of one. Now, here's the possibility as well, okay? Even if, if Austin Theory wins this title, he can relinquish the US title. They've done this all the time in NXT when they get called up. They've done this on the main roster a lot whenever people get injured or end up in some unfortunate situations, and people can battle it out for that. But for me, I don't think WWE is going to go through all that trouble just to reunite him with The Way. Even though for me as an Austin Theory fan, I would love for him to have that championship belt, but this guy is 24 years old. He has plenty of time and opportunity to get to that point. There are people I feel like that are ready, that are primed for that moment to happen to them, and only has so much time left in their career, and I feel like they deserve it better. I think Austin Theory needs a little bit more maturing and development in ring, on the mic, and etc. for him to get to that point to hold that title, because that is going to be a big task for someone to be the inaugural champion, and I don't think he's ready for that yet. I don't think he's ready for that, but maybe one day. But anyways, I think it's pretty obvious who this person is. You don't have to dig for it. I know we like to pick things apart and create scenarios and look for Easter eggs and things like that, but I think it's fairly obvious that it's Tommaso Ciampa. And there's a couple of things that support what I'm saying. For one, when Candice LeRae was very reluctant about this person joining the group, she kept saying over and over, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Even when Gargano said, hey, this guy's coming back, it's going to work out, it's going to be fine, she kept saying, I don't agree with it. I don't agree with it. Because I don't understand why she would have this feeling towards Austin Theory or feel this strongly about him being a part of the group when he hasn't really done anything to her or really much to Gargano. I mean, when they had this feud on the main roster between Gargano and Austin Theory, it really wasn't even that bad, and Candice LeRae really wasn't a part of that. But if we rewind back to the classic Black and Gold days, you know about that feud between Gargano and Ciampa, how they tried to kill each other, then they were also part of each other, then they tried to kill each other over and over, and Candice LeRae was a part of that whole thing through thick and thin, even to the point where Gargano had to sign this contract for a street fight, and even Candice LeRae looked like she was ready to leave the marriage because she was just so tired of this entire thing. She was also physically a part of that match that they had in 2020, that cinematic match. She was there crying about the whole thing, and even that fight that they had in Chicago, she was just tired of the whole thing, which I had the pleasure of watching personally in live. It was an amazing match. but she just seemed like she's tired of it. She's seen how much it made Gargano change. She's seen all the mental and emotional turmoil he went through. She loved Ciampa as a brother, but he turned his back on him again. And she's like, I was right there when he hit you in the back with a crutch. He keeps doing these things over and over. So if you're trying to bring him back in the group now, why do you trust him? Every single time he comes around, he destroys things. He changes you. He ruins our relationship, etc., etc. But Gargano, he has this brotherly love for Ciampa and always have the need to give him another opportunity. And I think that's what's happening right here. It's like this weird thing like with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, where they just kind of, you know, they forgive, then they fight, they forgive, then they fight. But overall, it'll be great to see a DIY be added on to the tag team division on the main roster. And a matter of fact, it'll be amazing to see them win those tag team championships. But also, if you pay attention, when Gargano said, hey, the whole family is here, he didn't say anything about Austin Theory. He didn't say anything about anyone that was missing. He didn't say we needed one more person. He just said somebody is coming back. But again, Ciampa is injured right now due to what I believe is a hip surgery or hip injury, and he's coming back pretty soon. And even when he said that, it didn't even really seem like Indy had anything to add to the fact that Candice LeRae said that she disagreed with it. Like she had nothing really to say about it. So for me, this has to be Ciampa, and it's going to be interesting to see how they're going to have them come back together and how they're going to have Ciampa regain their trust, especially Candice LeRae trust. So that's going to be a great storyline. I can't wait to see that. But let me know what you guys think. Do you guys agree or disagree with me? Do you guys still think that Austin Theory is going to win this? Or do you think that Ciampa is going to be the person that's going to come back around in the near future? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Salute. Peace. Have a good day.